What's going on, guys? Mitch here. Today we're checking out the Look Keo 2 Max carbons. Now this is a carbon version of the Keo 2 Max, which kind of sits right in the middle of their line, in between the classics and then the blades. So really good value. I picked these guys up for $100, I think. So pretty cheap from a box or Black Friday deal. So just wanted to check this out, show you the box. You can kind of see they've got a couple little things here. You can pause and check that out. The tension, the weight, the carbon body, the 500 mil square of space, and a stainless steel spindle. Here's the side of the box, if you want to check that out. The back, nice little display here. Nothing too crazy, but let's get into this and take a peek. So it opens up nice and simple, just like that, slides out, bada bing. And there we have it. So we've got two pedals, 1 and 2, and then I believe the cleats will be underneath these guys. There we go. And that is all we have. So right off the hop, we can take a look at the pedals here, and we do in fact see that it is that carbon body. Now, like I said earlier, they do make a standard version of this pedal in the non-carbon body. The weight between them is pretty minimal. It is kind of what it is. But for me, I figured I'd at least indulge myself while the deals were good for Black Friday. So we've got a chromoly axle. We've got sealed bearings on the side here, which is feeling really good and smooth. Tension adjust on the top of the pedal here for the cleat, which is fantastic. A really big surface area of the pedal itself, which my understanding is compared to the standard classic. So this guy is 500 millimeters square versus the standard is 400 mil. So they're calling it a 25% increase in kind of surface area for your foot, which to me makes a lot of sense for longer rides. On the bottom of the pedal, we see the tension spring here, which is controlled by that screw up top. We can see that carbon composite body looks really, really sharp. The nice Look logo on the side here. Just to kind of give it that side profile when you are looking at the bike. Really, really smart design. Good clearing for mud as well if you want to ride this in the rain. Nothing's going to get packed in there, kind of like some of the other models, but yeah, looks really sharp. In the cleat department, these guys come with their kind of middle of the road 4.5 degree pedal cleat system, which my understanding is they've got kind of a bit of a way to kind of hold your old cleat position, so I'll have to play around with that, and I'll probably do a quick update on that at some point. Which is awesome. I believe the standard Shimano stuff is 6 degrees, so in the standard yellow, 4.5 is right in the sweet spot. You can go from 0 to, oh boy, I think it's 9 degrees in the Look. Don't quote me on that. But I did want to kind of just do a quick comparison here, pedal to pedal, with a Shimano Ultegra to kind of show you the differences between the two. So here is an Ultegra, and mind you, this is the wide axle, so it might look a little longer. It's a plus couple mil. So let's kind of take a look here. So Ultegra on the right, Keo 2 Max carbon on the left. We can see the designs are very similar. Cleats are very similar as well that engage them. So you kind of have the hook on the back and then a tension spring on the front, on the top. These guys originated the system that kind of, my understanding is Shimano worked around the patent to kind of do their SPD-SL. So I think Look's really going after Ultegra. The difference is I paid $100 for these, and these are $279. So I'm really excited to kind of compare the differences between the two and see if I even notice a difference. You can obviously see right off the hop there is a bit more surface area on the Shimano system versus the Look, but I have a feeling that it's negligible actually on the bike. So just wanted to kind of show you that as a comparison. I think that a lot of people looking at the Keo 2 Maxes are probably also looking at the Ultegra system. So the cleats are super easy to fit. They kind of come with 3 bolts and these little washers that go in the track to kind of move the system side to side that can float around inside. So we're just going to put that onto the shoe and then tighten those 3 down and kind of get centering and whatnot set up to preference. So I've got the cleats mounted on. I can kind of move them around all over the place as you can see, left to right and top to bottom. So I'm going to set this kind of in the middle. There is going to be an adjustment period to kind of get it set up how you like it. I know I like mine a little more to the outside of the shoe like this to kind of open up my stance, and further back is probably a little better to err on that side than too far forward. So I'll get this set, match the shoes, and then go for a spin. I also kind of wanted to show you guys kind of what float means. So you can kind of see here, I've got the pedal clipped into the shoe, and float is just how much this pedal can actually move around the cleat. So I don't know if you can see this very well, but you can see how that little bit of movement there. So when I talk about how the pedal has, you know, somewhere between 0 and 9 or 12 degrees or whatever float, that's just referring to how much this pedal is allowed to move. So the more float you have, the more ability you have for your knee and alignment issues to kind of adapt and move around. The less float you have, the more specific the setup has to be exactly in place because it's not going to give you that ability to maneuver around. So that's all that the float means. So 4.5 degrees compared to Shimano 6 is a pretty good starting point. Not bad. All right, so there you have it, guys. That is the Look Keo 2 Max Carbon. If you have any questions, definitely leave them below. I'm going to be putting these through their paces on my indoor trainer bike this winter to kind of get a feel for them before I bring them outside compared to the Ultegra pedals I've been using. So on the Ultegras, I've got about 10,000 kilometers on them so far, maybe 15,000 kilometers. So I think it's going to be a great comparison to see durability, fit, feel, usability as well, and clicking and unclicking. So really excited for that, but thanks for stopping by, guys. Any questions, leave them below. Otherwise, like, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff, and then we'll catch you next time. All right, later.